This is a supine Hemi extension with a passive leg hold. You're going to need a flat, sturdy surface, ideally something that is hard, so not a bed, something like a bench, a massage table, a coffee table, whatever works for you. You're also going to need a foam roller or a similar object. Now, that foam roller is going to be placed up right where kind of our hip thigh or crease begins. But I'm going to show you from this angle here. We want to make sure through the movement, and you'll see me cueing you in a second here, that the knee stays in line with the hip the entire time on both sides. What we don't want to see is the knee deviate out to the side. So like I said, you're going to set up here, place that foam roller nice and high up on the thigh, and then you're going to roll back nice and controlled here. So from here, we want to make sure a couple of things, that our low back is nice and relaxed here. If you're in this position to begin with and your low back isn't flat and relaxed, we need to bring a little bit more elevation, either get that roller higher or add something to kind of make it a little bit thicker, so you bring your hip up a little bit. Your legs should be passive here at about a 90-degree angle there, head nice and relaxed. From here, the opposite leg, I'm going to bring up so that knee points up to the sky at about 90 degrees, and I'm simply going to hold it here. Nice and relaxed, that's all I'm doing. Same thing, knee is in line with hip, knees in line with hip. Now to begin the movement, I'm going to push lightly down with this right leg into the foam roller, about a 3 out of 10 intensity. So not a lot here. So as I press down into that roller, the number one thing that you want to make sure is that your low back does not engage and that it still stays relaxed. That's key here. So from here, knees in line with hips still, light push down into that roller, my low back's relaxed, and I'm simply breathing. Slow, controlled breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, all the air out completely. We're going to aim here from anywhere from 5 to 8 breaths here in this position. So the number one mistake that you see with people is that they'll actually bring that knee too close up to them, so well beyond that 90 degrees. Oftentimes they'll go into too much hip flexion that they don't own, and they'll also kind of roll into that pelvis. So make sure that that knee is pointing straight up. You can relax that other leg as well completely here. So that's the number one mistake. Number two is that people will also engage this bottom leg as well. We want to make sure that it's nice and relaxed as we push down into that roller. So like I said, the entire time, low back's flat, nice and relaxed, and we're simply breathing here in this position. Now, if you're someone that still with the normal roller can't quite get that back to relax, you can wrap some towels, wrap a yoga mat, something around your foam roller, multiple towels, or maybe multiple yoga mats as needed to get that low back to relax. So you'll do the same setup, right? Now we've got a little bit more volume to work with. Your low back's nice and relaxed. That knee still pointing, everything still tracking knee and hip. And now we can, as we push down, remember a 3 out of 4 as we push down, that low back's nice and relaxed here. And like I said, we're simply breathing here in this position. Everything else is relaxed except for that little push down into the roller, 3 to 4 out of 10 intensity.